Hello, welcome to 7 Minutes of Science Extra. This is an extra video I'm making for the latest episodes of 7 Minutes of Science, where we're going to run through some of the pictures and the images from the Rosetta mission. I would implore you to go watch that because it actually gives you a better idea of how the entire project went down in the final phases. But if you have watched that, let's go through, or if you don't want to, let's just run you through some of these images. And you can see here, first of all, is just a composite shot of Halley's Comet, one of the most famous comets. But I just thought it was good to start with because this is basically what we knew about comets. As this was back in '86, this was taken. But Halley's Comet is one of the few comets that does regularly come close to the Earth, and therefore these pictures like this are some of the best pictures of comets that we have. This, of course, is the launch of the probe, which is 2nd of March 2004, which is, as you can see, over 10 years ago. This is the scale of this is big science, and I love it. So next image is this is a picture taken of our own moon by the Rosetta mission shortly after launch, and this is a second picture of the moon. Can't see much difference between the two, but I wanted to include both of them just to give you an idea. It's nice to see something familiar taken through a different type of lens, and I'm particularly a big fan of Rosetta's black and white camera, which is giving incredible resolution and does what it needs on the comet. But in addition to that, also seems to create these pictures that, just as an F side effect of that, are beautiful. That's the Earth. That's where we live. There's a few photos of the Earth here, taken from various angles as Rosetta basically got ready to leave us behind. That's the moonrise there, coming over the Pacific Ocean. This is a shot of the Appalachian Mountains taken by the probe as well. This is Rosetta's view of the Milky Way. This is what it could see looking out into space. Now, the other pictures are black and white. I'm assuming this one has been colorized by other processes. So let's have a now. Continue. This is Mars. The Rosetta mission's path actually took it past Mars, where it got some interesting photos, including this one of atmospheric structures. Which is, again, it's new information. It's stuff that we haven't seen, and it's very interesting. Earth again. Now, why is Earth here? Well, that's because Rosetta's flight path actually took it a full orbit of the Sun and back past the Earth while it gained up the speed to slingshot out into the outer solar system. So, as a result, we have a couple more pictures of Earth as Rosetta shot past us. And after this, it launched into its deep space hibernation period. After grabbing these shots, and that's Europe. That's where it was launched from. That's its home. It's not often something gets to take a picture of the place it was born from such a distance. This is many years later, after it's come out of the deep space hibernation period. This is it. The first shot of the comet 67P that Rosetta took. I've got a cleaned up version of that here, a bit processed, so you can actually make out more of the detail. And you can see here the distinctive bobble. This black line you can see down the middle. It's because the Rosetta Stone has kind of a duck's neck kind of thing going on. Sorry, not Rosetta, the comet. This is the shot the comet taken in August. Most of these photos are going to come from the August period where the probe was getting into position. More of the comet, and as you can see, what I was talking about, that shape of the comet, it's like two large objects with a neck joining them. These are some close-ups, and this is another shot of the comet from a distance. Another one of the comet, and you can see a lot of these. So obviously the probe did travel around the comet from a lot of different angles, and we got fairly good mapping of the entire surface here. And you get a feel for the site, like the how it works, the shape and everything from these images. The comet itself is quite large. I think it's about 4 kilometers across, or 14 kilometers. I will double check that. There's going to be more information about this in another video I'm doing, so that will have a lot more of the accurate scientific data. This is just running through some of the images. Move on. This is the comet, I believe, from the underside, and this is candidate landing site A. Obviously, we like to think of this mission as being planned out well beforehand. But the truth is, they didn't know where would be appropriate to land on the comet until they got a look at it. So we've got landing site A here. I don't know what system they used. I grabbed what pictures I could. So these are a little bit weird sounding, because that is site A. This is site I. Site J. Site B. and Site C. I don't know why there's an I and a J and an A, B and a C, but one of these was selected. This is the selfie that Rosetta famously took, where you can see the comet in the background. And this is the actual landing site. This is the one that was chosen. And you see here some of the comet activity. That's the ice breaking off. This is happening because of the sunlight warming the ice. This is how comets get their tails. You may think that the tail streams behind a comet. It doesn't. The tail always streams away from whatever star a comet is approaching. And as such, they don't really form them until they get into the middle of the solar system. And this sort of behaviour is something that the probe was there to study. This is the lander Philae taking a picture of Rosetta. You can see Rosetta there. Obviously, there is nothing else in this picture. Even if we could see the backdrop of stars there without the light, I don't think there'd be anything that I could point out worth. It could be such an alien thing. Maybe the same constellations, but fairly meaningless. It's not really near anything at this point. They're fairly alone. And this is a picture taken of the lander Philae by Rosetta, which is lovely to look at. You can see it drifting down now. This is the first touchdown view taken by the lander. Taken by the probe. You can't see the lander on this, as I understand it. And this is a touchdown, a close up of the first touchdown. Now, because the harpoons didn't fire, the probe did apparently bounce. So after this, there was a period where they actually had to search for the lander. And you can see here a composite shot from when they were doing that. Now, this, of course, I've mentioned this on the other 7 Minutes Science. There's a 28-minute signal delay on this probe, which means that to conduct this search was tell it to move here, wait half an hour, it will move, take a photo, send it back, wait another half an hour, and then get the information. So this was very painstaking work, and it must have been hellishly tense to go through. This is a picture of the comet taken from 40 metres. This is from the lander itself before it came down. And this is the first panoramic view of the comet taken. This, with the current problems and issues surrounding the probe, might be some of the last and only data we actually get from this mission. So I thought it was worth sharing with you. I hope that you like it. If you do like the video, please like the video. If you think somebody else you know would like the video, share the video. If you would like to see more of what we're doing, subscribe to the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will have another video coming up on some of the issues and problems that are being presented around this mission and the landing issues. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck in your endeavours, if your endeavours be good. Goodbye.